Lesson 13 for June 22 to 28, Turning Hearts in the End Time, and read by Dr. Percy Harold. Friday, June 28. From the Seventh Adventist Bible Commentary, Ellen White quoting Volume 4, page 1184. Our message must be as direct as was that of John. He rebuked kings for their iniquity. Notwithstanding the peril his life was in, he never allowed truth to languish on his lips. Our work in this age must be as faithfully done. End of quote. And that brings us to our, we've got 5 discussion questions for this week. 1, as a class, discuss the relevance of the Elijah message to your local church. What can you do to help your church understand the message and the church's role in helping to spread it? 2, have those who are willing share with the class their own personal experiences of having their hearts turned. What changes came about? What effect did this experience have upon their lives and the lives of their families? 3, if we see ourselves in the role of John the Baptist, what should we expect to happen to us? What is the implicit message in that answer? 4, as a class, work on a paragraph, a kind of declaration of family principles that best encapsulates what the biblical idea for a family is. What criteria would you use to help craft those principles? What have you learned this quarter that might have helped you in establishing what those principles might be? Be prepared to share it with the whole church. 5, as a parent, what promises can you claim for children who, at least at this stage, have run away from the Lord? Inside Story. Our mission story this week is titled My 3 Wishes, and it's by Lu Shen-Xiong. A year after my baptism, I applied for a new job as a truck driver because of Sabbath conflicts at my previous workplace. During the job interview, I announced that I had 3 requests: no Sabbath work, no pork in the company meal boxes, a loan of 50,000 Taiwanese dollars. The boss was stunned by my boldness, but he said, "Go work today and we'll talk about this afterward." He wanted to see how I would work. After the workday finished, the boss called me over. "You can work Sunday instead of Sabbath, but why don't you eat pork?" he asked. His company, like many companies in Taiwan, provided employees with daily meal boxes. "Pork is cheaper than chicken and beef, so why don't you eat it?" he questioned. "This is my religious belief," I replied. The boss thought for a moment. "Fine," he said. "I won't give you pork to eat. But why the loan for 50,000 Taiwanese dollars? I explained that I had been injured in a car accident recently and had no money for the hospital bills and the expense of buying a new car. "If I give you 50,000, how will you pay it back?" he asked. "Will you give me 10,000 a month or maybe 20,000 per month?" "No," I said. "I'll give you 1,000 a month." The boss couldn't believe my ears. A monthly payment of 1,000 Taiwanese dollars meant it would take more than 4 years to return the loan. But something or someone impressed the boss to give me a chance, and he agreed to this last request. 6 months into the new job, the boss called me over. "I'm forgiving your debt because you are such a good worker," he said. Now I couldn't believe my ears. Working for God is good. Before the job interview, I had prayed to God, "I want to interview for this new job, but you know that I have these 3 wishes. Please intervene." God answered my prayer. When we do gospel work, nothing can stand in our way. And there's a photograph of Lu here, and it reads beside it, "Nearly 20 years on, Lu Shen-Xiong, age 60, continues to work full-time as a truck driver. He also is recognized as one of the most effective lay church leaders in Taiwan, turning 3 struggling congregations into robust churches. Read more at the link bit.ly/Taiwan truck-driver. You have been listening to a reading of the Adult Sabbath School Bible Study Guide by Dr. Percy Harold from Queensland, Australia. This service is brought to you by Hope Channel, the Sabbath School Department and Christian Services for the Blind. Remember, God is always faithful.